Hello, this is Raycito, also known as the N you love to hate, and I hate to do this, but for the first time, I'm gonna have to get in Obama's ass. You know why? Because Obama, this is my message to you, bruh. I voted for you, I campaigned for you. I know it's a lot of people out there that feel that way. My aunt, she's hyped over you because you're the first black president. But I gotta call it for what it is. Being a nigga you love to hate, I tell it the way it is, and I don't give a fuck who you are. Even if you on my side, my team, I gotta keep it real. You going out like a punk, bruh. You going out like a punk. You more of a manager than a leader. I mean, draw the line in the sand sometimes and say, this is what I stand for. The problem with you right now, bruh, is that truthfully, after 2 years, I still don't know what the hell you stand for. I don't. I mean, you got folks in the hood saying, damn, you know what? Ain't shit changed. We got the first black president in the country. The first black president in the country. Ain't letting these hardcore white folks, probably from the South, the ones that's always been our enemies, always been attacking our shit, just going after our shit left and right. And you ain't even standing up. You always standing on the sidelines like you ain't even in the fight. People want to see you in the fight, bruh. Throw a couple of blows. And quit laughing and cheesing all the time. You always smiling and shit, talking about using fuzzy words like I hope, I believe, I wish, I can't. Motherfucker, please hop in that motherfucker and say this is what's gonna happen. Speak with a voice of authority, so that people can believe in what you say. I mean, I can criticize Fox News, but I can't hate on somebody who's just standing up for what they believe. They ain't even somebody I'm for, but I respect them. And there's a difference between being loved and being respected. And out in the United States, when you the president of these United States, when you the boss, you got to be respected. When somebody's talking about your wife and calling her a fat ass, and they talking about your dog, they talking about you like a dog, they talking about, any and everything you say, and you just MIA on every damn thing. They talking about your policies, they talking about your politics, and you just quiet as hell. Eventually, Sarah Palin, she all up in your ass. When eventually you gotta say, you know what? That's enough. Take off the shirt and shit and just say, you know what? Somebody about to be pimp slapped in this bitch. Let me tell you where I stand and what's gonna happen from here. This is what you're gonna do. Ain't no other position in the world that's higher than the president of the United States, and you got it. But you're not acting like it. You acting like you still got somebody in charge of you. Like there's somebody else who got more power than you. I know folks down on the street. You go to South Central LA, you got gangsters who talk with more authority than the president of the United States. They tell you, look at here, this is what's gonna happen, bruh. You got people in the South, over there in East Point, Georgia, that'll just sound like they got more voice of authority than you. They say, look, this is what's gonna happen right here. Shit, Puffy. When he tell people on this little show, he say, no, you can get the fuck out. You fired. He's straight up with whoever the fuck he against. He let you know this is what it is. You cannot manage every damn thing. You cannot try to get a coalition every motherfucking time. Sometimes you gotta stand for something. This is where your respect comes from, bruh. This is where your respect comes from. And you have no respect if you don't stand for something. You can't come in each time after the fight. You let them rich folks get that big ass tax, get the big ass extended the Bush tax cuts or whatever, and then you stand there trying to defend them. It's like, damn. Even the Democrats was like, damn, what you gonna do? When you gonna stand up for us? Now go back to the day when you was fucking abandoning Reverend Wright and you left his church. You was straight up with that. You said, fuck it, I'm out the church. I don't give a fuck. We don't go to his church no more. We ain't even friends no more. Now why are you straight up and you draw a line with the people that's close to you, but you kiss the ass of your enemies? We see that in our homes, in the hood, in the Democratic Party. Even if they're Republican, they looking at you saying, he's not solid on what he says. He's kind of always leaving himself some wiggle room. Dude, on a serious tip, from the nigga you love to hate, it's okay to have some motherfuckers hate you. Because they hate you anyway. So what are you doing? If you don't stand up for something, you're going to fall for anything. And right now, you got a bunch of shit falling down around you. All your allies are being attacked. Right? The unions are being attacked. The unions have your back. And you still standing on the sidelines. They ain't hearing shit from you like, hell no, you ain't fucking with them. Them my peoples, you ain't fucking with them. Right? NPR, they usually got your back. They going after them. And you still standing on the sidelines. Saying, well, I'll try to, try to come together and get both sides together. Which side are you on? Shit. The Republicans ain't your motherfucking friends. Their job number one is to take you out. They've been saying it for years. Sarah Palin been talking most shit than somebody in a boxing match. They got an upcoming match coming up. Just talking shit like an old Muhammad Ali fight. And if she becomes the person, they calling her. She over here saying you ain't got no balls. No kahunas. What the fuck? And everybody's sitting here watching you Rush Limbaugh. Sitting there talking about your wife and shit. She said she got a big ass. Over here eating steak and shit and eating all kind of shit. And you ain't standing up for shit. When do you stand up and say some shit back? Even niggas is starting to wonder, like, what the fuck? And, the excuse of saying, well, he can't do that to them white folks. That's tired. You president of the United States. This is the year 2011. Fuck all that old school shit where you tiptoeing around like you some house slave. Stand the fuck up and speak up. Because guess what? They up in your ass. And as they start carving away all of your friends and knocking down all of the walls that seem to protect you, and all your backup starts disappearing, eventually it's going to be you. And then you're going to come back to me and ask me for more help? I'm like, to stand up for you, and you're not standing up for your damn self? A message to Obama. Stop fucking being a manager and be a fucking leader. And a leader means you got to, guess what? Hurt some folks' feelings. Take a stand. Figure out. Take a fucking weekend. Take a fucking week. Write down everything you stand for, the non-negotiables, and say, you know what? I'm not moving from this point, this point, this point, this point. These are the things I stand for. And I don't give a damn what you say. And if you come after me, I'm coming after you. You always playing defense. You always reacting versus proactively going after what the fuck you say. I remember that the Democrats asked you a long time ago to go after the law and reinstitute the law that forced all these conservative radio stations to go back under the law, the fairness doctrine, where all of a sudden they had to let the little guy or small people in other communities talk back and have equal airtime to the other folks. You got Fox News, you got all these other conservatives on radio stations, on 80%, 90% of the radio stations across America talking shit. They got a foothold in there, and that is so fucking unequal, and then you still saying, no, we can't go after it, don't worry about it, we're not going to reinstitute the fairness doctrine. But what do? They go after NPR. They don't give a fuck. They like, well, you're bad. Because they ain't trying to be friends. So what the fuck you trying to do? I want you to pull up an old video that I just saw the other day called Baraka Flocka. Baraka Flocka. Like Waka Flocka's old song. They got Baraka Flocka Flame, and it's a song called Head of the State. Pull that video up and watch that damn video, because that's the motherfucking Barack Obama that we looking for. I mean, you ain't got to get high, have your, first lady get high and shit like that. And by the way, the Oprah Winfrey character look fucked up. But that's not the point. The point in that video is that they looking for somebody with some balls that don't give a fuck, that'll stand up and say, you know what, I'm the motherfucking head of the state. And you can kiss my ass, I come after you. Because I'm in charge, I'm going to let you know who I am. Now, are you going to stand on the sidelines and be a biatch? Biatch? That's my challenge to you, Obama. Stand the fuck up. Nut up right now. Say, this is what I stand for, or you will not be re-elected. I'm going to tell you straight up. The strong will never follow the weak. The strong will never follow the weak. And that's game straight from basic Chicago street level. Hood knowledge. The strong will never follow the weak. So you got to stand up for something and stop using cheesy ass words like I hope, I believe, I wish. All these little fuzzy tiptoeing words or whatever that indicate that you just ain't convinced that you motherfucking in charge. And everybody behind you that's standing behind you is wondering like, damn. Quit being Mr. Nice Guy. Go after them motherfuckers, because guess what? They coming after you, bruh. They coming after you. Palenti's coming after you. Every fucking Republican out there in that Republican field, they coming after you, and they coming after you hard. The Tea Party, they coming after you. They showing pictures of your ass like a Zulu monster and shit, like your ass is African. They questioning your citizenship. Donald Trump is coming after you. You know why? Because they smell pussy. Now, you gonna prove them right, or you gonna prove them wrong? That's the question of the day. This is a message from the nigga you love to hate. RaycitoX's back, baby.